Chapter 18. The CIA and Fidel Castro. Just after the death of Fidel Castro in November 2016, The Guardian newspaper highlighted a previous report dated 3 August 2006, and it was entitled 638 Ways to Kill Castro. Duncan Campbell reported about the CIA's plots to bump off the Cuban dictator. It told the story of the outrageous plots, which lasted over 50 years, by the CIA and Cuban exiles to assassinate him. Fabian Escalante had a job for a time of keeping El Commandant alive, and he calculated a total of 638 attempts on the life of the leader. Wayne Smith, former head of the United States Interests Section in Havana, pointed out that Cuba had the effect on the United States that a full moon has on a werewolf. The exploding cigar, constructed by the CIA's Technical Services Department in the 1960s, that was intended to blow up in the face of Castro, was the most infamous, but there have been other bizarre attempts. Campbell states that knowing his fascination for scuba diving off the coast of Cuba, the CIA invested in a large volume of Caribbean mollusks. The idea was to find a shell big enough to contain a lethal quantity of explosives, which would be painted in colors lurid and bright enough to attract Castro's attention whilst underwater. This plan was considered but aborted, just like the idea to infect his diving suit with a fungus that would cause a chronic and debilitating skin disease. Attempts to kill him started after the 1959 revolution, which got him his power. In 1961, after the Bay of Pigs incident, the aim was to assassinate him and Raúl Castro and Che Guevara. On the day of JFK's death, an agent with a pen syringe tried to kill Castro in Paris but failed. Apparently a former lover was recruited to kill him and was given poison pills by the CIA, and she then hid them in a cold cream jar. But the pills melted. She says that Fidel had guessed that she was trying to kill him and duly gave her his pistol in order to do it, but she couldn't carry it out. A recent attempt came in 2000 when he was due to visit Panama. The plot was to put 200 lbs of explosives under a speaking podium. His security team aborted the plot. No religion is terrorist. Christian terrorism does not exist, Jewish terrorism does not exist, and Muslim terrorism does not exist. They do not exist. This is a quote by Pope Francis, February 2017.